Financial traps to avoid in your 20s. First, let's talk about the investments that are too good to be true, the high risk, low ROI investments. Now, this can be sports betting, this can be crypto, this can be meme stocks, and this can be a get rich quick scheme. Now, the reason why these four things work is because it preys on people who don't really have a way out. Wages don't necessarily increase every year. You're not guaranteed to make twice as much next year as you did this year, nor is that the case over a 10-year period. So, for a lot of people, sports betting, crypto, trying out the new business idea, the only reasonable way to make this year better than last year. So if you do know someone that's fallen for these traps, it's not that they're dumb, it's just that it preys on the vulnerable, it preys on the scared, it preys on those without a solid foundation, which is exactly why you need to invest in long-term proven assets like index funds and certain unit trusts. Every trust is different. Find the one with the best record, invest in it as much as you can, starting as young as you can. Time in the market, way better than timing the market. So I'm not telling you to quit day trading or that you should never ever touch Betway again, bro. Like, no, those things are fun, bro. Just do it responsibly, type beat. Second financial trap is subscriptions and long drawn out payments. You see now, lads, when you become an adult, you get access to this beautiful thing called credit. You see, credit allows you to buy things without necessarily having the means to obtain them right now, which is great when you're buying things within your means, when you're buying things that you can actually afford. However, when you start missing payments because you borrowed too much or you've lost your income, now the game is not so fun. Now you're going to be paying back interest. Lads, this is where the money comes from. This is where the banks and buy now, pay later apps make their bread. Interest, because you didn't pay on time. So now you have to pay the cost of borrowing, which is interest. And the more late payments you make, the worse your credit score is going to be, which means the higher your interest rates in future are going to be. So the reasonable thing to do is to only buy things you can afford. Buy a lemon, for example, an iced tea, bro. You know what I'm saying? A slice of cake, maybe, dog. Don't be funding your whole life through the credit card, you dog. Because, yeah, it's nice, you have purchase protection. But at the same time, dog, if you don't have the money to pay it off anymore, you're going to set yourself back years, bro. So when you're building credit, make sure you start small with things that you can afford, so that every single month you're paying off your balance in full. The number is only rising. Now, why should you care about your credit score? Because one day you might want to obtain a house or a business, and then it's nice to have a proven record that you can pay people back. So then now, when you're out here defaulting on payments, you're showing that you're a reckless person. You're showing that you can't be trusted with cash. So now, when you want to buy a house, the bank is going to say, okay, fine, but we're going to give you higher interest rates. We're going to charge you more for borrowing our money because you are reckless. The third trap to avoid is lifestyle inflation. See, gents, when you start making that adult money, life feels good. You can buy petrol. You can drive anywhere, dog. You can buy all the food you wanted to buy. You can go to the restaurants you wanted to go to. You can buy the clothes you wanted to buy, bro. You might even feel like, you know what? I'm making the big bucks now. I need to move out, bro. I need to go stay in the luxury apartments, bro. I need to start eating like this. I need to start living like this person, bro. I get to live out my wildest dreams now. And that's all well and good when you're maintaining it. Life happens, eh? You know, sometimes you have a medical emergency, bro, that now all of a sudden takes all of that extra income that you just started making from your last raise. Important to understand that real life does happen. People do get fired, you know, people do lose their jobs to better candidates. People do get retrenched, bro. Businesses do go bankrupt, bro. So it's important to understand that as cool as any one job may be, it's only ever one job at one place. Tough. So how do we avoid lifestyle inflation? Well, you gotta keep your expenses low. You gotta stick to, I would recommend the 50-20-30 rule. Last tip for this point is FOMO. Don't let Instagram and social media tell you to get in debt, bro, because most of these people are not paying for these holidays themselves. They're not paying for these vacations themselves. They're not paying for the cars themselves. It's not theirs, bro. It's borrowed, bro. In fact, it's not even borrowed. It's paid promotion, dog. So why are you going into debt for other people's commercials? You know what I'm saying? Financial trap number 4, taking on bad debt. What is bad debt? Well, an example of bad debt could be paying for a degree that doesn't have job opportunities. Now, knowledge is great. It's great to know things. However, schools are businesses. So if you're going to spend money at this business, what's the ROI? What are you going to do with that? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do with that certificate? What are you going to do with that qualification? Because if it's not going to get you a job, it might set you back in life. You understand? So it's not that the thing you're studying is useless, it's just it might not get you a job, you got. Like, don't get it twisted. Humanity 100% needs educated people. You just have to feed yourself, you understand, bro? So that's where we're conflicting here. Another example of bad debt is buying a home before you can afford it. Life changes. Once again, job markets change, people get fired, things happen. And when that happens, the last thing you want is to have a mortgage, fixed payments that you need to keep up with. Third instance of bad debt is spending a whole bunch of money on a business before you've proven that it makes money. Let's say you want to do a restaurant, for example. Don't take out a big load and then try to start a restaurant yourself when you have no experience. You know what I'm saying? Start small. Let's talk about bootstrapping. Money likes motion. You got it. It likes people who take chances. It likes people who open their eyes and ask the question, what's happening here? How can I make it better? How can I solve people's problems? For me, I'm a popcorn guy. And in high school, my school didn't sell popcorn. So I said to myself, you know what? Let me buy a kilogram of popcorn every day, put it in some bags, bring it to school, and plug the school with popcorn. And then my homie comes to me, he's like, you sell popcorn? Dog, I sell chappies and sherbet, bro. Let's collab one time. Then you get another gent doing guinas, bro. Then you get another gent doing chips that they don't sell at the tuck shop. You gotta open your eyes, bro. See what the people are feeling, bro. See what they need, what they're craving, and fulfill that. But yeah, man, food is the way, dog. Anything you can make with your hands, dog, that's a business idea, bro. You just have to sell it to someone. Find someone who wants what you're doing and sell to them, bro. Like, dog, maybe you and your roommate, you cop a toaster oven and a blender, bro. You make smoothies and sandwiches for people. And the nice thing about bootstrapping is you learn how to form a tight ship, you know? You learn how to detect people's nonsense, bro. I remember one time I had a guy come up to me. He's like, hey, bro, I gave your boy 40 rand for 40 chappies. He said he didn't have, so you would give them to me. So I'm thinking, nah, this brother's lying to me, bro. Next thing I know, his older brother pulls up on me and I'm like, Oaks are really trying to fight me for 40 chappies? Nah, bro. You can have these chappies, bro. Like, I don't mind, dog. I cop these wholesale. It's not a problem. I'm just saying, wow. And people move weird, bro. And it's very entertaining to see the customer stories, bro. It's very entertaining to have conversations about, oh, where's my order? Oh, this isn't how I wanted it. Wait. Hilarious, bro. But good skill to learn. You start linking up with people that have been where you're at, and then you learn the game, bro. You learn how to scale your operation. You know what I'm saying, gents? It's like when you're learning a sport, you know? You don't attempt a bicycle kick on your first time playing football. It's not how that works, bro. You have to learn how to do stepovers. You have to learn how to pass the ball. You have to learn how to dribble. You know what I'm saying? Fundamentals, dog. And then you work your way up. You build your skills. Then you put yourself in a position to be noticed because now you're actually competent. Yeah, man, at the end of the day, just make sure you're making financial moves that don't leave you liable to getting your legs kicked from underneath you, you know? Yes, the economy is designed to make you keep borrowing, and it's up to you whether you're gonna need to borrow or not. If you become financially literate, you're gonna start seeing that, oh, the bank can only make money if I give them money to borrow, bro. And if I default on those payments, dog. If I pay for things late, if I keep on giving them interest payments, bro. So make sure that you buy in cash, in full, when possible, as opposed to taking out loans. So you gotta make sure that you're saving now, today, bro. Because pretty soon, we're gonna have nieces, nephews, sons, and daughters that are going to uni, that are going to school. And it's up to us if we planned it or not. It's tough, dog. I don't wanna be 46 struggling, bro. Looking like, damn, bro. Why did I spend all that money on food, bro? And Coca-Cola, dog. Why didn't I contribute to tuition?